Boobie Goaters, good afternoon. It is I, Erin, and drink it if you got it. You know what I'm drinking? Oh, I'm working. Yes. Anyway, I'm drinking Kroger's cranberry lime seltzer mixed with salt because salt is important. Why? It's the flavor of life, and everybody should have some salt every once in a while. So far, I've only got like 4,000 steps in, and I'm like, are you serious? I've been out there trudging, man. But it's also been rainy, and I have to come back inside, and I don't think my pedometer was actually catching all my walking, or no, maybe I was being lazy. That could be. But I wasn't. I really wasn't, guys. I wasn't. Okay, so hopefully this is working. It looks like it might be. All right. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the beginning of the chat, or as far back as I can. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I hope it's working. Hi, Lexi! Do you have the day off? Ooh, it might be working. It might be working. Except my computer's not. Let's see. I do have the poll going, and no, Thomas, I see your thing here. You said Thomas was first. He goes, sometimes I eat liver, but not often. And the poll is, do you eat liver? Now, it's a touchy subject. In the beginning, because I wasn't much of a liver eater, I would be taking these freeze-dried organic liver pills that I'd buy off of Amazon. They were like $30, and I was like, well, at least they give you like 250 pills, so that's 250 days of carnivore that'll do. And I figured I had to take like 2 every day because I didn't know. Maybe I should go back to that because I haven't done that in a while. But I also don't eat liver as much. And I remember hearing somebody say, it was either a doctor or somebody that I like to listen to a lot. Could have been Mitch. I don't know. But they were like, you don't really need the liver as long as you're eating the meat. It might have been Dr. Berry. Now I can't remember, but don't get it confused. I took it because I thought that's something that you needed to take. And I only eat liver. Like the last time I ate liver, I had a really bad sinus infection. I couldn't taste or smell anything. So it was perfect time to eat liver. You know, the baby likes liver. She really likes it. She tore it up. Especially when I flash fried it real fast in baking grease. It worked. Hi, CB. I see you. There we go. Yeah, and Thomas was first. He said, sometimes I eat liver, but not often. And then Terry Sue is talking about the costume opening action, which is a real fun little video that I put in before. So when you clicked on the live, you got to see a little bit of some craziness. Right now, I had them fill up the pool and go play in it, and they're being supervised with Scarlett. So if they all come in here soaking wet, it's on me. But I was like, I want to do a live on Saturday. I do them anyway, so might as well do an afternoon live. Okay, and then Amy is here, which I watched your entire interview. Man, that was good. At first, I saw that it was up and it was members only, and I was like, "Aw, I'm not gonna see it." But I'm glad Dave Mack switched it, so then we could all watch it. It's a good one. If you haven't seen Amy's interview, Dave Mack uploaded it yesterday, so you gotta look at the videos that he uploads because he does. I think what does he upload? Like 2 or 3 people a day. It goes after. He just keeps going, drumming those. Amy likes the intro. Granny Boo's here. And the good Lynn is here. She says she's not so good sometimes, so I don't know if I should be like, hi, not so good Lynn. Yeah, my kids look like little cherubims with the round faces. They do. They're cute. And she said on the liver survey, I answered no, but I was looking for the answer, hell no. Yeah, it doesn't let you, I think it does though. It might let me add in extra things, and I should write hell no to it. It'd be hilarious. All right, and then Thomas said it looks like his answer was cut off, and it wasn't. I found it. Look at me, finding stuff. Although I do have this filtered to top chat, which it automatically does, and then I don't have the live chat right away. So let me get to that. You guys are popping off though. I must have missed it. So the YouTube app on my phone has been acting screwy all day, and I was just like, I can't type anything. So I just get to watch Rick while I was walking, and I didn't even get to type anything or say hi to anybody. And I was just like, so frustrating. So then I was like, well, maybe I'll do a live. Maybe it'll work. It looks like it's working only on my computer, and since I'm using Prism app to stream, I don't even know. It could just be my phone. I restarted it several times. I tried to disable the app because the phone has the app in it, so you can't just like completely delete it. I'm sure there's a way, but I can't. So I could just like re-upload it. Maybe it needs, what do they do every month? Like an installation or something, or I don't even know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just here for everybody to chat. All right. Okay. And then somehow I got all the way down the bottom of the chat for some reason. Oh, it's because I put in the live chat. How wonderful. It looks like Loretta's here and Gary's here. And I think I saw that Rick slut like lost power or something. Was it raining? He said it was going to rain. He didn't know. I was out walking, and I swear I kept hearing thunder. And I'm like, I think that's thunder. I think that's thunder. I think it's going to thunderstorm, so I better get inside. And all of a sudden the sun came out, and I was just like, you guys are going outside and you're playing. You're not sitting around today watching TV. What did Thomas say? I know Dr. Westman says to suck it up, Buttercup, about eating liver. And you just found a song called Suck It Up, Buttercup. Nice. Is it like the sock it to me stuff? Sock it to me, sock it to me. All right. Yeah, I've been watching the classic comedies. What is that show called? Laugh-In with Goldie Hawn. Okay, the hell no. And Amy said she makes liver burgers that are delicious. Do you smoke them by chance? That'd be cool. And Amy also said, hi, Lynn, Thomas, and Granny Boy. I saw that. I just wanted to say that. Boy. She meant Granny Boo too. Yeah, Loretta's here. Gary's here. Okay, Amy's there saying, I wonder what happened to Rick's live stream. That's what happened. Yeah, that's when I figured it out, because I wrote, hello, everybody. Yeah. Hopefully this is still working. And Lexi says she doesn't work until next, or you are working? What? No, I'm confused, but that's okay. So I thought it'd be fun to do like, okay, CB says he also likes to put calf liver in a glass baking dish and pour whole fat milk to cover it, and then he bakes it. My mom used to do something where she would put the liver in buttermilk, maybe overnight, and then cook it. I didn't know you could bake it with it on. That's different. Interesting. It's good, right? No, Erin, it's liver. Oh, okay. That sounds interesting, you know? And Lynn says she used to take the liver capsules, but didn't see a difference with labs and how you felt. Yeah, I kind of stopped too, because I was just like, is it making me sick or am I okay? Because I was still kind of tired, and it was just a fat thing. She means I do have the day off. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Cool. Enjoys it, because it's nice out. Even if it's raining, it's nice. Let's see. And then Terry C said, I might be getting me a shrimp cocktail later today. It'll manifest. There you go. That's awesome. Let that thing manifest. So I was like, I need some questions or something. So I went on ChatGPT for some questions for everybody. These are fun. These are like the ones that everybody asks everybody in interviews. What initially motivated you to try the carnivore diet? Wow, motivation to do it. I heard that you could, like, I heard out of Dr. Barry's mouth, wouldn't it be fun to lose 30 pounds in 30 days? Wouldn't that excite you to try it? And I was just like, yes, Yes, holding on to every word. Yes, I'll do it. I'll do it. That's what made me try it. Or initially gave me the motivation was weight loss. That was my motivation. And I know I was watching all these people and like Carrie says, do your own research, do your research. And I was all like, sure, I did all my research. I'm good. I really don't want to sit and watch doctors talk. Here we go. So, Amy says she hasn't smoked them yet, but it's on your list. Yeah, do it. I bet you it elevates it even better, you know? Okay. And then Thomas says, I missed today, felt a bad stomach ache, but starting to feel okay. Good. We might lose our light. It just went a little dim. I was just like, oh my gosh, it'll get really dark in here. It's changing. It had full charge. We'll see what it does. If it goes out, don't worry. It'll get really dark in here, and then I'll run and get the other light. I was charging it. I thought the kids charged it, and they did not. Loretta says she's doing it for healing, and then Thomas said, when I found out that fat lowers blood sugar and carbs raise it, carnivore seemed most logical. Yeah, that's how I kind of was. I think I was doing keto because I got rid of all the carbs, except for like a little bit of vegetables. I had the vegetables, but I had like a lot more. But I also still had low sugars, and I ate the meat, but I didn't eat enough. I always feel like I never ate enough meat. And so when the kids are crazy, I'm like, it's all those damn vegetables I ate. And Terry Sue said, COVID YouTube addiction made you discover carnivore. That's neat. I didn't know that. See, that's something new. Yeah, I had a bit of a YouTube addiction too during COVID because the kids broke the only remote that would work with our cable. So the only thing you could do was watch the apps and the streaming services that we did have, which were the free ones, and YouTube was one of them that I like to sit down and watch. So we did that, even though we were paying for cable the whole time. And to get another, we did get another remote. We got a replacement one. But then when they broke that one, it was like, I'm not paying for another remote because it was like $30 every time a kid had a mental breakdown and slammed the remote on the ground. And I was just like, yeah, we're done. I don't even watch cable because of all the commercials. Seems logical, right? There you go. What happened? All right. The second question was, how do you structure your meals on a typical day? Mine's pretty easy. I make that really fatty coffee. Like, it's gross to explain it. And I've explained it like twice, maybe 3 times. While walking, because that's what's on my mind, man. That coffee is like really good sometimes. It's just really good. All it is coffee, some beef tallow, maybe like a spoonful or 2 of it, a half a stick of butter, and 4 egg yolks. I mix the tallow, the butter, and the coffee together, and I slowly add the egg yolks as I'm using an immersion blender. And it's so fun and fluffy, and it looks like cream. Because I used to, long ago, when I drank coffee before carnivore, I would always put milk in my coffee because I liked the color. The color was appealing. I don't know why, but it's an appealing color to me, this weird tan. and I would drink my coffee that way. And I've done it for years. And when I was younger, like about 10, I would probably add a little sugar to it. But I stopped adding the sugar because I didn't like the way it tasted. And I would just drink coffee with milk. Said, on my plate, use the my plate. Is that what this is about? Okay. But like, that's the thing that I drink in the morning, and then I'm not hungry all day. I can make the kids food. I made them a lot of bacon because I got that big 10-pound thing of bacon and it defrosted, and I got to cook a bunch of bacon. And I'm like, I got all these kids. I'm feeding them all this bacon. So that's what I've been doing, is cooking the bacon, trying to get rid of the bacon. They love the bacon. Hi, Nixon. You were supposed to be swimming. Did you quit? Is it raining? No, but you hear raining? Okay. Did they all quit? They turned the water off. Did they turn the hose off? Can you check? That'd be good. And then I just eat the meal at the end of the day that I record for YouTube, and that's what I usually eat. Now, if I'm out and about, like with my husband, he always likes to go and eat out at places. And I'm like, I make noises, like grunting noises, because I don't want to go to these places. And he's like, what was yesterday? There was a Texas Roadhouse. He was like, let's go there. They have steak. And I was just like,
Hello, Mommy.
hello, Nixon. And he was like, fine. We don't have to eat. I was like, because we're not hungry. And okay, calm down. And then he witnessed that we were not hungry because the kids and I were like eating butterballs and they were eating pepperonis and cheese like the whole time we were out and about. So we weren't hungry. And it was like complete little boy chaos playing peekaboo with Raquel. Raquel gets out of her seat and she starts like running around at this barbecue joint. And he's just like, I can't even with you guys. And I'm like, yeah, they're not hungry. They're not going to sit and be good. This isn't good. We need to go to a park now. We need to go play. But, like, that's when I only eat, like, maybe 3 meals because he will stop and he'll be like, I'll get you some burger patties, or thinks that I'm hungry when I'm not because he's not totally carnivore. He has his cheat days and he's like, he does these. You can see... Like, for me on his cheat days, he's with me during his cheat days, and I can see the sugar crash because he starts to get really tired, and then all of a sudden he's hungry for something else. I'm never hungry because I have fatty coffee in the morning, and I really just want to eat 1 meal a day. But I can't just be like, no, I don't want to do anything, because then I seem really boring to him, I guess, because I don't want to go places and eat out, because usually it ends up bad. So that's why he suggested, after I said, to the Texas Roadhouse place, I said that because their butter that they sell in the store, their flavored butter, it's not butter, it's canola oil and seed oil. So why would you take me to a place that sells stuff like that? So obviously they're cooking with that stuff. So I don't want it. I don't want to be sick. That's another thing. Like, I don't want to be sick when we go out. So I'd rather, like, hang out in cemeteries. We drove by a cemetery and it was so cool. It was like, there was the Baptist church, there was the cemetery, and it had the playground right next to the cemetery. Now those are my places to play out, because there's a playground, there's a cemetery, all the things. And we drove right by it. And I was just like, can't we go there instead? Like, seriously? I just want to play. But yeah, I usually just eat, I'm going to say it's 2 meals a day because that liquid coffee gold stuff is like, it's a freaking meal. It's a delicious meal. All right. I can go back to the comments. But those are my frustrations with being married on carnivore and nobody gets me. So, yes, Thomas, cemeteries are a dying trend. What I love going to cemeteries, I love going there. I love having picnics. I like playing. There was this one in Ohio that we found, and it was just like right next to the church, and there was just a swing set. That's fun. Swing set, cemetery, church. You got it all 3. That's winter chicken dinner fun. I love going to cemeteries. It's just nice, and it's very peaceful. When people are at peace. We're the only place I like to stand people. All right. Let's see. Thomas said, I'm fasting the next 3 days, but I had to break my rule of no coffee and make some butter coffee because my sugar went down to 47. When you take butter coffee, does that bring your sugar back up? Does it? I'm always curious about that because I never really tested my sugar after having coffee, because I never really thought it would do anything because my coffee's like water. You know, it's not that dark and it's not as flavorful as it used to be, but it's still pretty good. All right, and then Lynn goes, I eat the same stuff all the time. I put 0 thought into it. I'm pretty lame. Yeah, see, right? You don't need to think about it, man. It's so easy. It's not lame. But it's easy, and I like what I eat. See? There you go. Yeah, and when you can eat a pound of Butterballs, you won't be hungry. Yeah, that's true. So true. Coffee can, but butter coffee tastes better. Yeah, it does. And Loretta says, Erin, what do you do with the egg whites from your morning coffee? That's simple. I dump them down the sink. I should save them. I was thinking about this. I was like, I really should save them so I can like whip them up into fluffy egg whites and then just cook them in the oven and make carnivore marshmallows. That's all that is. But I kind of like open them in the sink and let them drop into the sink where I actually feed them to Potato. He's a sink cat. He likes the sink. So when it's in there in the sink, he will eat the egg whites. And then I just rinse him down and he's done. It's pretty easy. Thomas said, my mom told me she slept at a cemetery once on a dare. There was this, it was like a scary book story, so it's supposed to scare you. Or it might have been true. Could have been. But all these kids went to a cemetery, and one had a fork, but nobody knew about this. And they dared everybody to sleep on one of the graves at the cemetery. And so, they got their blankets, they're wrapped up. One kid took a fork and stabbed through another kid's shirt while they were sleeping. And the fork was in the grave, in the ground. And so everybody left. But this kid kind of woke up in a sweat. They're outside in a cemetery, why not? Looking around, everybody's gone, so you freak out, right? And then he tries to leave, and he can't leave because something's got a hold of me. And it freaked him out so bad that he actually died because he had a heart attack from being so scared. So this is obviously, it might be not true. But that's the scary story that you tell. Don't sleep in a graveyard, or you might get forked. Yeah, I could make chaffles for the kids with them. Just egg white chaffles. I don't know if they'd like it. I don't really like the white of the egg. I only really like them when they're fluffy, like little carnivore marshmallows. But that's me. Nixon is the only kid that really likes the chaffles. Anytime I make them, he'll be like, oh boy, chaffles, and he eats them. But that's it. The rest of the kids, I'm like feeding them back to the chickens when I make them. What is this? Erin doesn't have to pay $50 a dozen in the stores for eggs, so she throws out the whites. Yeah, that's another. Yeah, I'm always egg rich, so it's just like, whatever. Kind of feed it to the cat. At least the store prices have come down. Yeah, that's why the last time they were up that high for eggs, I was like, we need to have chickens. This is dumb. But that year I had a nice garden. So it's just, for me, it's like, do you want a nice garden or do you want eggs? I like eggs better, so I'll have eggs. Yeah, add cheese and sour cream. Or cream cheese, egg whites, sour cream. Maybe like little pieces of bacon in it. Look, Loretta, we're making up something crazy. It's going to be good. Yeah, I was just thinking about, like, how can I save the egg whites with not letting them get cold, but them still being good enough to use to whip up into, like, fluffy eggs or something. And that's a really good idea, just to save it, put it in the fridge. Because I didn't want to put them in the fridge, because I can't fluff up my egg whites really well, get the stiff peaks, basically. I can't do that unless they're room temperature eggs. So that's actually a great idea. Thanks, Loretta. I will do that. I'll save them because I use 8 eggs in the morning. Like, I double up that coffee. It's so good. You're just jealous of all the eggs? Well, you come by and pick some up. I got so many. Let's see. Thomas goes, I am babysitting my sister's dog in November. Can't wait. Free eggs for 10 days. Awesome. So you got to babysit the whole house and the dog. That's awesome. Lots of eggs. You're going to make some fun coffee. And then save those egg whites. Eat those chaffles. There you go. Brainstorming. This is fun. I'm having a good time. Okay. Number 3. What challenges have you encountered while following this diet? These are really great questions. And Amy says, I put the whole egg in your coffee. See, I can't do that. The last time I did the whole eggs, I did that Butter Woman commercial about coffee colada. And it actually, like, not even 30 minutes later, my stomach was like, ugh, and I'm like, it's the egg whites. Dang, it's the egg whites. It's always been the egg whites. Anytime I do something where I don't cook the egg whites, I always have issue. So I kind of stay away from the whites unless I cook them. They have to be cooked. Good afternoon, Ellen. Thank you for showing up. Did you miss the question? I'll give you the question too. What challenges have you encountered while following this diet? My biggest challenge is that, I don't know if it's really a challenge, but it's kind of my fault. I open my mouth about how great I feel all the time, and now everybody's like, please be quiet. Don't talk about it anymore. Please don't talk about it loud. Don't talk about the labels out loud like that. Blah, 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 blah. I'm always getting, no, don't. And I'm just like, well, maybe I should type deal. Ellen loves liver. You have to have it at least a few times a month. We have a store in town, the Co-op. They closed at noon, though. They have local meats, and I'm supposed to pick up liver there, and I always forget. Because I'm always in there buying chicken feed, and I forget to go over to, they have a freezer section now, but nothing is priced. So I hate that about it, because I'm just like, I don't want to be surprised. I would love to know what I'm paying for, how much I'm paying for this. Stinks. I don't know, any challenges? My biggest challenge is trying to convert or get my husband to at least do beef, butter, bacon, and eggs for 30 days. Because he does during the week, but then, during his week, and then when his day's off, he doesn't do it. So it's kind of hard to just want to be like, shake him and be like, you're going to be better. You're going to like this. Just do it. It's awful. But I think it would be better, at least try it for 30 days, and then you can, whenever I play these shows on the big screen, and you can scoff at what these people say, but they're, to them, to me, I'm live, so I'm a little nervous, so I'm not really nervous, but I still screw stuff up. Even when I read stuff, I screw it up. So, I'll mess up stuff while I do these things. So, obviously, you can scoff and be like, well, blah, 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 that's not exactly right. But if you do it for 30 days, you have the right to scoff after on the carnivore, just cheap ways. All right, let me go back because I'm chatting, being a little chatty. All right. Let's see. Thomas says, I don't know many things, but none that will get me to stop carnivore. Loretta said, figuring out what to do with my clear head thinking and energy. Yeah, that's a hard one too. That is hard. That's a good challenge. Awesome. Amy said, my challenge is tonight I'm going to a bar to see friends for the first time since I quit drinking. Going to drink soda and lime. Oh, this is what I picked up. This is a Topo Chico, but it's a twist with grapefruit. But I know you're doing you probably just drink it plain. This is great. When I went to because the bar will have this too. They'll have soda water. I love soda water. I was like, when I went to the barbecue joint, I was like, do you have any just soda water? And the lady was like, yeah, we can do that. So I'm sure they can do that at the bar too. You'll be fine. And if you feel like drinking, I wouldn't recommend it because I tried something called a dirty margarita when I was 6 months into carnivore, and it gave me the worst headache. So don't do it. just don't do it. Be like, Erin, don't drink. It's better. You'll feel better. And everybody else will feel like crap in the morning, and you'll feel fine. There you go. Thomas said, I guess just always feeling kickback from others. Okay. Oh, yeah, when, you mentioned that all you do is eat meat, or if they see your plate and it just has meat on it. This is, the favorite thing. I love saying it, because my brother, anytime he sees me and I'm just eating meat, he goes, oh, you're still doing that low-carb thing? And I'm like, yeah. Yes, I am. It was really cool that my brother James did it, and he felt such a relief that I believe he's still on it, on Carnivore, which I think is really cool. Okay. And everybody said, Amy, sounds good. Have fun with friends. That's a big challenge. I bet you can do it. Yeah, I bet you can do it. All right. Let's go back to my questions. So I got these questions from ChatGPT because I'm becoming lazy. But these are great. These are great. How has your energy level and overall health changed since starting the carnivore diet? Wow, that's like 3 questions in one. That's a lot. And Julie says, love you, Erin, and the kids make me laugh. And chickens and eggs, so fun. Yeah, somebody did a comment on maybe yesterday's video, and he was all like, if there was a word for blah, 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 this would be it. And I'm just like, dude, you didn't have to comment it. You could just, like, not watch the video. Like, come on. But I didn't write that. I was like, thank you. Yes. Animals can be loud, and so can children. You're welcome. Welcome to YouTube, Erin. Yay. This is fun. All right. What is this, Thomas? It is lower, LOL. I don't get it. Oh, anyway. I couldn't taste the grapefruit in this, by the way. Slight hint. It makes it more of a dry mouthfeel. That's weird. Scarlett was talking about that. She was like, the polar seltzers like make her not have that weird seltzer dry mouthfeel. And I was like, what is this dry mouthfeel you guys are talking about? Because Dustin from Keto Simple says the same thing about seltzer, and I was just like, but I love seltzer. What's the weird feel? I don't know. This one's got salt in it. Cranberry and lime and salt. I like that one. Oh. Wait. Your energy is lower on carnivore, Thomas? Is it? Are you taking your salt water? Are you eating that fat? Laura says pain is reduced. Yes, that pain going away, and it went away fast, man. For me, it was like in 2 weeks, like less than that, and everything was gone. Nothing hurt. And I have to repeat that because I don't like being in pain, and I didn't realize how much my body actually hurt until like maybe 3 weeks in. I was just like, dang, I feel really good. Like, this is nice. This is like next level awesome. Sandy said, I love your channel. I'm a country girl and love seeing your kids. Am I too annoying though with the ducks and chickens? Because I'm thinking about, just for the hell of it, just put the phone out there and record maybe 20 minutes of these things being so loud. And then just like making like a crazy carnivore thumbnail and, you know, stuff that people like clickbaity maybe. And then all you get is like loud geese and chicken and maybe kids screaming. That'd be great. Screaming and like jumping in water or something. Oh yes, let's see. Julie says, I love your videos, fun. Erin, I love the polar ginger lime. Isn't it good? That ginger lime is so good. Yum. Yeah, I love that ginger lime too. Because that's something that I miss is ginger beer. I love ginger beer. And then Polar has a ginger lime mule, which is like nothing. It's seltzer water basically with like hints of that ginger and lime. And it's so good. It's so good. Erin, what do you use moisture your skin? Oh, thank you. It's very beautiful. Probably bacon grease. It splashes off. Nothing. I use nothing, Julie. All I do is eat meat and fat. I never use anything. I really don't. I used to have trouble like before carnivore. My skin was very dry and rough all the time. And now I've never had to use lotion at all. And I think that's the coolest thing. And it's probably just like all that fat, just sweating it. and it just keeps it shiny. Sandy said on the second day, all pain gone and swelling in feet and ankles gone. Yes. Yes. That's great. And Julie loves to hear the chickens and it makes your day. Yeah. It just, there's something about that sound, that particular, I don't know, maybe not the geese, but like there's that particular sound. I wonder who the goat of boobies is. Katie Price or Samantha Fox. Yeah, maybe we should find that one out. Maybe that's the question we should be asking. Hi, Secret Squirrel. Yeah, I'm your Laura Ingalls. Yeah, but she could grow stuff. I can't. Or at least she had the longhorn chickens, and they would always lay eggs even through the winter, and that's how she's more famous than normally. Did I even answer the energy level? We did that one. Did we? That's the one that we were talking about. Energy good. Get up that fat if it's not. Overall health good. I don't feel bad. Feel better. Yeah. Feel good. It's like a carnivore. And Thomas said, actually my energy is higher. My body just isn't always good to keep up with it. Is that what that is? Not maybe keep up with it? Okay. So sometimes I'm just like, I'll be like editing a video or something. And then my muscles in my arms and stuff are just like, let's do some push-ups. Like, they're just like, come on, let's do something with your arms. Let's do push-ups. And I'm like, gotta do push-ups. My brain and muscles are crazy. Even though the brain is a muscle, it just has to talk to each other. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting up. I'm doing some push-ups. So I'll do push-ups. And I'm like, I still can't believe I still have the muscles that I tried to get back in March. They're still there. And I really haven't been exercising as much, but I will just have these moments where I have to like do push-ups or like get on the weight machine and pull some weights. I just have to do it. Or we have this hang bar that I'm supposed to be doing pull-ups on, because that was my biggest goal, was to do a pull-up. I can make my elbows go like that, but I can't pull myself up yet. You know, that's a lot of probably calisthenics that I still have to do, but I don't really care. I just want to do it. And it's just my muscles wanting me to. This way of thinking, or with my muscles just wanting me to exercise more and do more, it's just, it blows my mind every day that I want to do that, because I'm just like, I feel like I used to be really lazy because I was so sad and sick all the time, because I was just big and didn't want to move. Okay. Hold on. I got more chat flying through and I'm missing some of it. Alright. Yeah. Chickens with long horns is a scary thought. Sounds kind of fun though. You should, get some toys. Like how they have the little chicken arms. Have you seen those? Where they put like little strong guy arms. Yeah, I do work hard with that wheelbarrow workout, yeah. and then carrying the 50-pound bags of everything, the really heavy 5-gallon buckets of water. It's always fun. Let's see, Sandy said, the first video of yours I thought so loud, but after the shock. Yeah, you gotta get through the initial shock there. Then you become addicted. That's how we roll. Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. I'm gonna die. After the initial shock after the first one, I'm like, I love Erin's channel. Yeah, see? You gotta have the noise. Alright, we did that. Everybody's laughing at longhorn chickens. Are they called longhorns or leghorns? Did I say it wrong? Alright. Give me a few years. I will develop this chicken. I think I can use a silky. Because it has to have fun feathers. No, Thomas, bad. I'll put you in timeout for that one when it pops up. Alright. Let's go back to the questions. Do you feel like the diet affects your mental clarity or mood in any specific way? These are great. Maybe I should start interviewing people and asking them these questions. Take notes, Amy. These are good questions. Okay. Yeah. I didn't know that I would get like this thing called mental clarity, and when it happened, I was just like, holy crap, what is this? I've never felt so good. Like, it's crazy. And then my mood, yeah, yeah. I'm not mad anymore. I'm super chill. It's crazy. It's crazy how chill I am. And I love it. It's more like embrace the chaos instead of be like control the chaos. That's ridiculous to control chaos. So might as well embrace it. It won't be here for long. This is going to be a blip for me in my lifetime. And it's going to be one that I'm always going to look back on and be like, oh, they're so little then. It was like Emmett and Rocky were talking. And they sound like little Mickey and Minnie Mouse sometimes. And it's just like, oh, I get so sad because the other ones don't sound like that anymore. They're really, deeper voice. They're bigger. They're just normal people. And I'm just like, I just missed out on all that because I was thinking about everything has to be clean. Everything has to be spotless, blah, 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 blah. We can't really do this project all the way because then we got to clean it up afterwards. It's going to be horrible, blah, blah, blah. It was just like all mental thought. But now it's like, all right, bust out these markers. What are we going to end up doing? Oh, the baby just painted herself blue. Let's put her in the tub. She'll soak in. It'll be fine. It's just silly. Let's see. My longest steps, 15,000 so far would be my the longest steps that I've done. I think mine are like, my counter today was really off and bad, and I have to, after this, I gotta go back outside and I gotta walk because I think I'm only at, 4,212. That's what I'm at. I think next month I would like to do the challenge not be 10,000, but be like maybe 15. Just make it a little more complicated than it already is. It's not that bad. But yeah, I'm going to try for 15. And when I was at the post office it took me 2 months at 20,000 steps a day to lose 40 pounds. So I thought, accepting Amy's challenge would probably get me in the better mindset to just continue to do my walking because I absolutely love walking. I always feel not like I want to walk here at all because I'm used to walking sidewalks. Like, that's just the city girl in me. I miss sidewalks. So when I go to the dump and they have that loop thing that you have to walk like 3 times to get a mile, I'm just like, oh, so I got to do this like 10 times to get there, or, whatever, how many times. But then that makes me feel normal. But when I do the ones out here, which I walk, I get a better walk just because I'm in the woods. But a lot of this isn't cleared. There used to be a really cool clearing and like a 3-mile walk around here, but it was years ago and it all overgrew. So I don't have that. Like, I can make that, but then I won't get my steps in because I probably won't walk it after I get all the trees knocked down. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's go back. I missed a few things. Yes, the fowl is the white noise. That's right. I should just have that 20 minutes of them. It might be interesting. Except I'm not allowed to show 2 roosters facing off because I got a channel strike for that. And I had to be re-educated. It was weird. I had to do a video thing for YouTube and answer questions and stuff. And then I got it fixed, expunged basically from my YouTube record. Now I just don't show the roosters facing off. Not fighting. They weren't fighting. They were just looking at each other funny. It was kind of silly. All right. Going back a little bit. Okay. Back down. So I kind of lost my place. That's happened before. Sandy said, I just saw a donkey, zebra, and a beautiful longhorn on the way to the dump. That's cool. In a neighboring city, Murfreesboro, they had a zebra that was lost for a month, and it was so funny. And they finally found it, and they had to use a helicopter to get it out of where it was. It was pretty crazy. Let's see. And Loretta said, yes, becoming more focused. Yeah, it's great. I don't know what Amy's talking about. It went over my head, sorry. Hi, Cindy. See you popping up there. Okay. Did the longest step question. The foul is the white noise. Yeah, it probably helps you go to sleep right after Mitch, right? that little sleep. Let's see. Everything just jumped. Darn. Julie's asking me the weird questions. How do chickens mate, male and female? Well, when a boy chicken really likes the girl chicken. Now, if you've noticed my female chickens, their saddle feathers, a lot of them are missing them because I'm pretty sure I have too many roosters. But it just takes a second, like a dolphin, but they will get on the chicken and rip some feathers out of the top because it's a little violent. And yeah, it happens like it's half a second, and then boom, there you go. We all know what happens next, right? Eggs are laid, baby chicks can be born. Blobbity blob. Thomas said he saw a bear once at his old job. Yeah, there's a lot of black bear in Jersey, aren't there? There are. I'm trying, Julie. I tried. The male gets on top of the female one, and it takes a second, and then they walk away. That's all. But if another rooster sees that, they'll beeline for that other rooster, and the other one just runs off, or they fight. That's usually what happens. See, you could tell this is ChatGPT questions. They're not right. Okay, here we go. How do you manage getting enough nutrients like vitamins and minerals on a meat-only diet? Which I guess it would be a good question for somebody who doesn't know anything much. But don't you get almost all your nutrients from red fatty meat? But I do supplement with salt and electrolytes because if I don't, I will pass out. My blood pressure is low, and it used to be high. Not as high as like 200, but it would be like 160, 140. I always felt like 120 was a good number for me, but that was pre-carnivore. Now, like 94 over 60 is usually my normal. Unless I'm exercising, I'll probably go up because your face gets flushed or whatever. But don't video the chickens. You might get yeah. Yeah, I won't. That's why like my explanation was even worse. Oh yes, we all have the scurvy. That's right. I make fun of that because I bought the wrong color light in my kitchen, and when the little spotlight thing doesn't work or I forgot to charge it, and I just use the regular light, it's yellow. And I'm like, oh great, now I got the scurvy. I would like to see that video like a nature channel. Oh. No, they don't scream. Sometimes the girls will, and they'll run off, and they like to hide inside of my greenhouse tunnel thing, and then they also stay in there, and they will, I think they tore up all the tomatoes. I haven't checked on them. I might check on them today. I just really don't care about the vegetables. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I tried. I bought freaking tomatoes and put them in. Now the peppers were growing, but then the chickens went in there, so. See you later. Well, anyway, that's how I get the nutrients. I just do the red fatty meat in the electrolytes and salt in my water. Ooh, number 7. What's your opinion on the long-term sustainability of the carnivore diet? My opinion is, since I feel really good on what I'm eating now, I think I'll probably be doing this for long term. Anytime I tried something a little bit different, it made me feel like all my pain again. And I also had like tummy squeezes. And it hurt. Well, do I, you know what I'll do just for you, Julie? Next live stream, I have a book about, I don't know if I still have the chicken book, but it shows the anatomy. Like because chickens don't urinate. They just, have that black and white poo like any regular bird. So it all comes out together. And they have a vent hole. And that's what it's called. It's called a vent. And that's where the egg comes out. And that is also where they can be inseminated for eggs or whatever. But anyway, it's like that. Okay. I know you're curious, so somebody's got to learn. I'm really bad at explaining anything, so I tried. Sandy said, as a girl, I saw horses mating out the window, and the mom said they're playing leapfrog. Good mom. That's crazy. I hope that was at least a little bit explanatory. It probably wasn't, but it might be helpful to know that that's what there's like a poo hole in an egg hole event. They call it event. And hopefully you get the rest. So they lay the egg. And I have a few really broody hens that want to hatch eggs, but we're not going to let that happen, because what happened in the spring where they would just like leave the nest after the babies started to hatch, and they would just die if I didn't get there in time. So you're welcome. Apparently the high school biology classes failed us. Who knew we'd be raising chickens when egg prices got so high? Yeah, it's not that hard. It's not hard at all. I hope it looks easy. I kind of look lazy because I leave all the bags everywhere. That's the one thing, the freaking chicken feed bags. But it's not hard at all. You just have to make sure they have food and water, and that if you want them to move around, you have them maybe in a pen that you can move them around with so they don't get into everything. Me, I don't care. They can go wherever they want. They come back at night and they go into their home. I'm fine with that. And then I keep doing the layer method inside the coop, where I just continuously put on straw or wood chips if I've got them. And the last time I did wood chips, it seems fine in there. Now it is raining. It did rain today. When I go out there, if the eggs look a little muddy because of the rain, I will add more wood chips or straw to it. And I don't necessarily dig it out like I was supposed to dig it out. Now it's like 2 feet deep of just like really rich soil under all that compost, because it just composts if you just continuously add stuff to it. So it's super, super lazy farming, for sure. Julie, my mother used to hose dogs down when they were to try it. Oh. Get away from them. Children, don't look. Cover your eyes. We get into this conversation. We're asking questions about carnivore. Everybody, jeez. Well, do you guys think it's long term for you? Any carnivores out there that think it is or not? You can go ahead and voice your opinions in the comments. And we could go to the next question. Anybody? Next question? Anybody? No. Bueller. Here's one. Have you experienced any changes in your digestion or gut health since starting the carnivore diet? Yeah, I have, actually. I'm not as sluggish, like tummy feels sluggish, which since your tummy is sort of hooked to the way your gut is to your brain, how you feel. I feel great, so I guess I don't have, well, yeah, I don't know. What a weird question. I feel good. My gut feels good. I do everything normally, so I think it's fine. There's this one about how do you feel about potential risks of meat-only diet, such as heart health or kidney function, which makes me think of like Scarlett's teacher that told her if you only eat meat, it'll like make your heart die. I was like, what is this lady teaching? Yeah, that's how you get fresh eggs. You want chickens? Julie, get some. I had illegal chickens living in my garage in the city. And then my habit of chickens got a little too big, so it was time to leave. We also had a problem with raccoons. When the raccoons found the chickens, it was not pretty. So we had to get like a smaller coop and keep them all locked up at night. You had to actually take care of them. I don't really have to do that here because I have Nacho in the refrigerator, and they're great guard dogs that stay out at night and they keep things away from the chickens. Now, every once in a while, they'll harass a rooster or probably take it as their payment. And I'm okay with that because it's only the roosters and it's not the hens. Sandy said, I love not farting all the time. Yes! I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, when was the last time? It's been a while. So true. I think this question is flawed. The number 9 about the heart hurting. My heart would hurt more not on a meat-based diet. It would just like, not on carnivore before. I used to get these weird heart palpitation thingies that were just like, oh my gosh, this is it. Here's my heart attack. I'm not gonna make it type of deal. And I haven't had that problem in forever. I feel like my vascular system feels way better than it did before. My heart feels great. Like it feels like not putting my hand inside of me and grabbing my heart and being like, Kalima, Thomas. No, but it just like overall, I feel better. And what was really crazy is that the veins in my arms, like the ones that the phlebotomist would come in, like, I don't know if it shows up at all, but right here, they pop out and they're super easy to get the blood drawn now, like really easy. Before, it was so hard. They would have to tie up here on my shoulder and again down here on my wrist just to get my vein to pop out to take blood or put in an IV. And I never thought, oh, that's not something that I need to think about, like my veins are crap. But they were crap, and now they're not. All because I eat meat. Pretty interesting. What do I do for fun because I'm so busy? I do YouTube for fun, Julie. When people say, oh man, I gotta put out a YouTube video, I don't know what I'm gonna do, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, what? I do this all the time. Why is it not that? Why is it so hard for somebody just to hit record and just do whatever? Be yourself, be silly, do whatever you want. It's YouTube. It's not serious. But this is my hobby, actually. And it's fun because I get to have all these awesome friends show up and we get to chat like on a Thursday early morning or a Saturday afternoon. And it's like my little community of people that I super enjoy. And since I am out in the woods, it's hard. Like I have like few friends here, like I'm saying like 2, maybe tops. And it's like, it's kind of hard to just do carnivore diet and have a lot of different people that are maybe same mindset-ish around you or know about it. So you're not the oddity, but I am an oddity. I really don't care anymore. I know I am. What is going on? Yeah, you're addicted to group chats. Yeah, there it is. Autocorrect. Oh, okay. But it's fun. It's a fun little community, and I was just like, what have I done? When I realized, a video every day. It's like, what did I do? I've got to actually make a video every day now. I used to be a little bit thoughtful about it, and I would do a video, and then it would be 2 YouTube shorts, like for the next 2 days, and then I would do a video, and that's how it went. And I figured, that's fine. That's good, because the shorts are short, and like a video, I can think about what I'm gonna do like the day before. Now it's more like, come with me, I'm walking, because that's what I'm doing. It's always like what I am doing, so it doesn't matter. And I'm a very, very simple person, so it just seems easy to me to make a video every day. It's just, I guess I want to be like, so I'm carnivore and this is what I'm eating, and I only really eat one thing. I should show you guys my coffees in the morning. That's and then I'll get these people that go, that's not carnivore, and I'll be like, fine, call me carnivore, I don't care. I feel good, I'm a goodivore. Okay. Oh, okay, so I don't know what the autocorrect is doing there. And Brody, yay, what's going on? I did some sprints a couple days ago and thought my heart was gonna blow up. Oh, really? Yeah, I like walking. I saw this lady at the track. Now, she could, she's trying, and I don't know what she's eating or whatever, but like it looks like she does a lot of push-ups, so that's cool. And she was like sprinting where the little curve of the track is, and I thought that's so genius, because that's where you'd sprint, and then you would just walk the long way of the track, and then like when you do the curve, you do those fast burst sprints. And I was like, man, that's genius. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna walk. The Butter Woman sunglasses, yes. They're gonna be hard to find. They're at the Dollar Tree. Oh, where are they? I've got them up here. I've got to do a new Butter Woman commercial. I haven't done one in a minute. All right. I've been here for a little minute, but yeah, you like walking much better. Yeah. I feel that about being impatient about like hit the distance. I understand how that feels. My brain does that. I would be exercising like crazy if my brain didn't do that all the time. Like, oh, you're almost there, blah, blah, blah. You just like hurry up and get it and hit it and do it. Yeah, I get it. I get how your head was feeling. I haven't sprinted in like 30 years. So are you really feeling it today then? And Terry Sue is deep into listening. You're making me laugh, and now my husband is wondering if my cheese slipped off my cracker. I need to get like headphones so I could like listen to lives and stuff when we're driving all the time. Instead, I have to read the captions, and I don't even know what people are actually saying because it doesn't run right. All right. Where am I at? Oh, number 10. I just like ate some of my hair. All right. Have you noticed any differences in your workouts or physical performance since transitioning to this diet? That's a good one. Yeah. I'm actually working out. That's the difference. I have to, though. Like, my body is like, you gotta go do something now. Move. And I'm like, well, I just want to sit. So that's why I realized with doing the 10,000 step thing, and I say it all the time, because I stand a lot. I stand a hell of a lot. This is a nice time to sit, though. Saturday afternoon, man. I'm relishing the sitting time. And it's been so quiet. Where's the chaos? I don't even know. I have to go check on that. It's going to be like a bomb going off when I walk out there, though. But whatever. I'll get steps in doing that, cleaning that up. And Thomas says, I don't understand why people make butter bites if all you need is butter balls. Yes. That's it. I think it's because they can't find them. Or all you really need is like just a little square butter, man. It works. It works when you're feeling low. It does work. It does work. I do walk a lot, and it only when I I put the pedometer on the first day, and I was like, I'll just make it like my regular day, my regular walking. You guys, there you are. Is it raining out there, or are you just wet?
Mommy! No, it's raining. It was raining.
It was raining, and the gate knew was on, but you opened it broke down.
We're gonna go down the water and see if we had to get him.
Oh no. Okay, yeah, it was raining. There's the chaos. It came. Yeah, just eat a slice of butter. Yep. All you need is some butter. But it was really fun we had to run to Walmart, and I was like, I should get some butter balls. It'll be fine. Hi, Rocky. Are you freezing? Yeah, it's cold. You need a whole new outfit? All right. All right, Boobie Goaters, thank you for hanging out with me today. They were outside, so the house isn't trash. That's awesome. Your pants? You need your pants? Okay. We'll get you dressed. I gotta dress some kids. So I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Be safe out there. Have fun. Go walking, maybe, if it's not raining. I'm gonna be pacing the house until the rain stops. All right. Bye, everybody. Yes, I want to try that, Gary. He does these brown butter bites. I think he burns them, though. And then he adds, like, bacon crumble to it and, like, sets it. He says it's addicting, and I bet it is. I bet you it's good. All right.
Mommy done.
Bored people make butter bites when they have nothing better to do. That's right, Terry. Bye, everybody. Thank you for coming by. I had a really fun this afternoon, so maybe I'll make ChatGPT part of the show and just ask it dumb questions to give us questions. Bye, everybody.
Mom, stop saying bye, everybody.
I'm saying bye. I am. You stop being you.
You're whining already tall.
All right, what you got?
Mom.